on tomorrow, 8 o'clock on Channel 4.
If you can remember that.
Yeah.
Now, the star of our next film is fast becoming an expert in his field. And now Mike went to meet him.
13-year-old Kabir is a budding young naturalist. He writes his own blog and spends all his spare time watching and photographing wildlife. I met him recently at a birding convention. Then he sent me a video about what he's doing to attract wildlife to his urban garden in Pinner, North London.
So let's start off with a pond, and over here there might be a frog or two. This is just an area where I've just bordered it with planks of wood to let the grass grow, so insects can stay there. And here is the rockery. You can see we've got lots of different types of pollinators. Yeah, underneath these stones there are quite a few ant colonies. And finally, this here is a hedgehog opening to help them come down into the garden.
Because of Kabir's passion for wildlife, I thought I'd take him out of London to see something really special. At this time of year, the Norfolk coast is home to grey seals, returning to give birth and breed. So have you seen seals before?
No, not the ones on the bus.
Well, you're about to.
Oh, wow.
Kabir, welcome to Horsey Gap. And the whole way along the beach, as far as you can see, seals.
Wow, this is amazing.
Horsey Gap is where female grey seals come to give birth. And at this time of year, it's popping season. Can you see the nice white pups, almost like Snow White?
I see.
For the first few weeks of their lives, the pups are completely reliant on their mothers. So the pup's job is to put on weight as quickly as possible. We're talking 2 kilograms a day.
2 kilograms a day.
And it'll feed on the mother's milk, which is astonishing stuff. It's in consistency, not like the stuff you put in your cornflakes. It's like mayonnaise. It's 60% fat.
So these pups, they have to adapt fast because most of the rest of the year they'll just be out at sea.
Yeah, the mother will abandon them after about 3 weeks. That's it. They're on their own.
Wow.
But it's not just the females and pups. The males also return to mate. Here we go. So look, there's 2 males coming together. The female's saying, back off. The 2 males, look at this. Oh, wow. Look at that. The biggest males try and take charge of the females. 300 kilos worth of blubber.
Wow.
And aggression. But it's amazing how fast they move, isn't it?
Yeah.
With approaching 2,000 pups expected, volunteer wardens patrol the beach. And if they find any abandoned or injured seals, many are taken to RSPCA East Winch. The centre looks after around 150 grey and common seals each year. Kevin Layton is a supervisor there.
What particularly is the problem with this seal?
I mean, you can see its breathing is really quite laboured, and this is a typical sign of lungworm. The main reason we get common seal pups in.
Lungworm is caused by a parasite that infects the seal's lungs. If untreated, it can be very serious, especially for younger pups.
Grey seals will typically come in for different problems, so they'll come in from disturbance on the beaches by dog walkers, and then also get things like frisbees, which holiday makers have lost or discarded, and they'll often get them stuck over their necks.
What are the chances of this particular seal surviving?
Providing that this one gets through the first few weeks of being in the centre, the chances are very good.
Once the seals have undergone treatment, they need a lot of feeding to build up their strength. Look, they're waiting for it. Look, there you go. Some of these seals have eye injuries from fights with other seals or predators like gulls, but it does seem they can survive in the wild with just one eye. What do you think?
Amazing, I'm feeding seals. Not many people get to do that.
You're right, they don't. They're rehabilitated for between 3 and 5 months before being released back into the wild. So Kabir, 1 day in Norfolk and 2 species of seal. How's that been for you?
Amazing, I'm lost for words.
And in a couple of weeks, when you'll be back at school, these seals will be back out in the North Sea.
Amazing how they get back in the wild so quickly.